Hey guys, we are back for another Star Wars Black Series review. We're taking a look today at the most recent Target exclusive, and that of course would be Princess Leia in the Bespin Escape outfit. You can see her there in our standard box. She is in the window. We've got some artwork down there on the side. She does not have a number. We have a bit of a write-up as well as that same artwork again on the back. So let's pull her out and take a look. Alright guys, here we go. We've got our Princess Leia figure out of the package, and for me personally, this is one that I initially said I didn't need to buy this. I wasn't gonna buy this. Of course, I bought it when I was at the store and they actually had them on the pegs. I just couldn't resist, and ultimately that comes down to the head sculpt and the face printing on this one. I am very much a fan of everything going on from the neck up with this figure. From the neck down, there is nothing even remotely exciting about this figure to me. And I'll talk about that more in detail in a moment. But this figure is just kind of an odd one for me. It seems like a weird exclusive. I somewhat think we've got another peg warmer on our hands, kind of like the previous Solo Chewbacca figure exclusive that was immediately impossible to find, but now I see them everywhere because no one wants it anymore. I think this one might be destined for that. But let's take a look at how she moves around first, and then we'll get down to all of that. So articulation on this thing is going to be probably exactly what you think. We're not getting anything special here. She does have the ball peg for the head, so like what we're seeing with new figures. There is no articulation at the neck like we've seen with some others though. So the head can look up a little bit, she can look down, she can bobble side to side, and then she can rotate all the way around. Arms go out, they rotate, no bicep swivel, there's an elbow swivel, single jointed elbow, but you get better than 90, so that's fine. There are hinges and rotation at the wrist. We've got a ball peg at the waist. It affords a little bit of motion, a little bit of crunch, and then she twists from side to side a little. The legs can go about all the way out. Kick forward, kick back. You can rotate at the thigh cut. We have got double jointed knees, of course, and then we've got hinge and rocker down there at the ankle. So it's pretty standard, you know, it's basically exactly what you would expect from this current state of Black Series, where it's the same kind of body articulation we've seen, but now they have full-on ball pegs instead of hinges with balls at the head. Now, like I said, what really sold me on this figure ultimately was the head sculpt and the face printing technology, but beyond that, there's not a lot to talk about here. From the neck down, it's kind of a feast or famine situation. We've got feast from the neck up, famine from the neck down. This is obviously a look that she wears in the movie. You know, I've seen Empire Strikes Back a million times. We all know that she wears this when they're trying to escape Cloud City, and it's fine. You know, it translates adequately to figure form. It's got nice piping effects down the jacket, a lot of wrinkling, and there is kind of a quilted look to the front of the pants. But it doesn't really translate very well to a fun figure. It's just kind of boring. There's nothing on it as far as paint. It's just stark, kind of creamy off-white color. Might be a touch of gray in there. It just depends on how the light hits it. It's kind of hard to tell. It looks fine. It's you know, accurate to the movie. I'm not debating whether it's accurate to the movie or not. It's just not very fun. It's really boring, and it's an odd choice for an exclusive. Like, you normally would think that an exclusive might draw people in, and while Leia is obviously a draw, this is not the look I want. If I want a Bespin look, I want the Bespin gown look, because that is one of my favorite Princess Leia outfits for sure. But that's neither here nor there, because this is the figure we got. So, you know, she is a figure from the neck down. It's just kind of boring. And I can't fault Hasbro for that, because that's just what she wore. Now, in stark contrast to the body and my kind of lack of interest in that, the head sculpt on this figure I think is pretty solid. I'm really happy with it. Again, that's why I bought it. I was gonna leave it there, and then I took a closer look, and it's like, yeah, this actually does look really good. So, you know, I have my gripes with the Bespin Han figure. I don't think it really looks like Harrison Ford. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't, depending on how you've got it angled. This figure, though, looks very much like a young Carrie Fisher, and I'm very happy with it. Paint application on this figure is spot on. Lips are nice and red. We've got those eyes are very straight, very cleanly painted. And then of course we do have her braids in the back of her hair, which I think are really nicely done. Of course, this is the look, so they had to do it anyway, but I think they did an exceptional job on that hair sculpt. But this figure from the neck up is everything I want in a Leia figure. You know, if they can keep doing this with the other Leias and maybe go back, although I don't really want to rebuy the regular Leia again for a third time, You know, they've got a winning head sculpt here. I think they really knocked it out of the park when it comes to this face. And then as far as accessories goes, we've just got the one. We've got the standard Stormtrooper blaster rifle because this is what she uses when they're making their escape. It's the same thing we've seen time and time and time and time again. It's black, it's plastic. She has one, she can hold it in both hands, but she has a trigger finger specifically molded on her right hand. So overall, my opinion on this figure is kind of muddled. I like some of it, and I don't like some of it. So, you know, that's basically where I stand. I don't like her from the neck down. It's just kind of boring. It's not poorly executed or anything. It's just boring, and that's just the design. Hasbro didn't make her wear this. They just have to sculpt what's there. The face and the head is really where this figure's at. I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park. It looks very much like a young Carrie Fisher, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they can do with this in other figures, because if they can keep it at this level, then we're going to get a lot of fantastic Leias down the road. So that's going to do it for this look at the Star Wars Black Series Target exclusive Bespin Escape Princess Leia. Whew, that's a mouthful. From Hasbro. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.